We have a lot of invasive plants in California, but few can invade an old growth redwood forest. But see all these little plants? They're gonna grow up the trees to reach the sunlight and make even more berries. Then once the ivy gets too heavy for the tree will topple over, but the ivy may survive and send out octopus arms to cover more baby trees until pretty soon all you have is English ivy. It's what we call English ivy desert, and most wildlife can't live in an English ivy desert. Like ivy, most invasive plants need some kind of disturbance. And since 1850, we've had a lot of disturbance in California's landscapes. Invasive plants slowly kill off the native plants, the host plants that lots and lots of insects depend on. And insects are like the plankton of the land. So without those insects, you don't have a lot of other creatures. I mean, there's always gonna be plenty of mosquitoes, but you won't have the butterflies and moths that have to lay their eggs on specific plants. Think monarch and milkweed. Lots of butterflies and moths are like that. And without those native plants, you don't have those native butterflies and moths, so they don't have the caterpillars, which are the go-to food for songbird parents. So you have less songbirds. You just end up with a bunch of invasive plants and mosquitoes. Boo. And yes, the songbirds do eat the English ivy berries, but mostly because that might be the only berries to eat. So when we remove the English ivy, we really want these native plants to grow in their place that berry at the correct time, usually right before migration, so those birds can fatten up for the long flight down south. So if invasive plants colonize these areas before native plants can get in there, we have less insects and therefore less birds, and therefore less coolness and biodiversity. If you want to learn more, I host a podcast called Jumpstart Nature, and episode 9 is about invasive species. I hope you check it out. It can be downloaded anywhere where you get your podcasts. Follow us.